The Tab Inter-Dominion kicks off at Tabcorp Park Melton this Saturday night, and I caught up with some of New South Wales hopes at Menangle on Tuesday. DJ, real stride, drawn in barrier 3. What do you make of that draw for him?
It's a tricky draw because you've got to use him a little bit to get a position. I think he's better with a sit, but we've just got to drive for a position early and then see how the race unfolds.
What do you think are the main dangers in your heat?
Cash and flow. He went good the other day, he done a lot of work in the Geelong Cup. And Cruz Bromack. Probably Cruz Bromack's the horse to beat in the Inter-Dominion the way he's going. So those two, but you have high respect for all the rest of them too. I mean,
and how is Real Stride going into it?
He was awesome last week. 53 won his half, 26 won his quarter. He's been running 49 miles and 50 miles, so he's fit enough.
Shane, let's start with Maximan. He's the bit of the, I don't know, the wild card entry into the Inter-Dominion. What do you think of his draw, barrier 11?
Yeah, look, it's not ideal. Obviously, you'd like to be in the mix, but end of the day, it's a long series. He's got 3 heats, so we don't have a lot of options from 11, but I'm sure he'll run well, and he should be an improver.
How is he within himself?
Yeah, great. Like over the moon. Ever since we've had him, he's kept getting better, and his work's been super. So, look, we expect him to go super, but just with the luck of the gods from the draw.
All right. How about Yaya's hot spot? You've booked in Jody Jamison for the drive?
Yeah, look, mates with Jody, and always been, willing to help him out if we can, and seen he's coming, and we had the opportunity to get a driver. So, we'll give him a steer and see how he goes.
And what about Franco Nelson? You happy with his draw?
Yeah, very. It's probably the perfect draw for him. He's got options from there, and we'd like to see him in front, but I guess it's dictated by what everyone wants to do at the start. But he's certainly he's pleasing me every day. He's getting better, and I do think he's going to be at his best come the series. So a thing like Inter-Dominion suits him. He's a tough horse, and he'll get better every run. So look, it's probably his race, the first heat, but at the end of the day, if he runs a good race, he should get better and better.
All right, and how about My Alpha Rock?
Yeah, look, he's probably the one that's just gets his chance. It's a barrier 1. He's a good beginner. He should lead, and he's a horse that I always felt that if he could lead any race in Australia, he'd be hard to beat. And so he's got to really stamp that this week and say that I'm here and I'm good enough. And if he can, lead and win, then he might get a bit of respect for the rest of the series.
David, you're driving Rompers Monarch. You're drawn inside the second row. What do you think of that draw for her?
Yeah, quite happy with the draw. Obviously drawn in behind the 1, so it will probably be 3rd fence, 4th fence at worst, depending what happens, but very happy with the draw.
Yeah, and you went down and took on the Victorians with a couple of weeks ago and won. Were you happy with that win?
Yeah, very happy with her. She's a good try. She's very honest. Can't ask for a better trotter like that. Good trotter, does everything right, tries hard. What more could you want?
So Jace Village Witch, your first Inter-Dominion starter as a trainer driver. How is she heading into the series?
Yeah, she's really good. She's coming off the back of a big win here 2 Saturdays ago, and I think she'll hold her own in the series.
Yeah, what do you make of her draw in the first heat, drawn inside the second row?
It really suits her actually. She's following out a good beginner, and she loves a soft trip, and she can show a turn of foot, so it should suit her down the green.
Great, and who do you think are the main dangers in your heat?
Definitely Mac Doyle and Franco Nelson. They got the draws. So, they're probably the hardest to beat.
Alright, Ricky, you happy with Tough Monarch getting into the Inter-Dominion series?
Yep, very happy. He trialled well here last week, and his work since then's been really good. Yeah, couldn't have him much better leading into it.
And what about your draw? You've drawn pretty well in barrier 2?
Drew really good. I was pretty happy when the barrier draw come out. Just looking at the 2 heats, I think he's probably in the toughest heat. There's a bit of speed around him, but he hasn't drawn well for a long time. I'm really happy and looking forward to it.
Well, he's going into it fresh, so do you think he'll handle the 3 heats?
Yeah, I'm sure he'll handle the 3 heats. When we had him in Brisbane, the best run when he was up there was his last run, and that was at the end of a pretty big campaign as well. He's the sort of horse that if he is fresh, he'll stay up for a while.
Alright, Anne, so you're driving Let It Ride. What do you think of his draw inside the second row?
Oh, it's not ideal, Amanda, but I'm not too worried. He's going to get a nice soft run from there probably, and hopefully get some gaps appear at the finish. But going to be hard to win the race. But as long as he gets good points, we'll be happy.
Yeah, and how's he been feeling?
Oh, he's going great. We've been really happy with him. Just been building up to this carnival, and hard here, drawn 10. 3 weeks in a row, but he's gone super each time.
Yeah.
So we'll just go hopefully.
Yeah, and how about Italian Delight?
Yeah, well, he's probably a little bit. It's a tough ask for him. He's probably one of the last ones into the series, and he's up to 7 draws, so he'll need a bit of luck.
Yeah, and I know you're not driving Wilma's mate, but how is she rather settled in here?
Yeah, she's only been here a couple of days, so I think Tim was quite happy with her. He worked her on Monday morning, I think. So yeah, it's all pretty new, for both of them. So but I think Tim expects her to improve, the next few weeks once he sort of gets to know her a bit better.
Mark Dorrow, he's a pretty quick beginner. I guess you'd be happy with his draw?
Yeah, really happy with the draw, man. He's got good gate speed, and with the condition races here, they're all wide all the time. It's nice for him to come up with a draw where he won't actually have to burn off the gate as hard.
Yeah, you're happy with him heading into the series?
Yeah, his run here last start was really good. He took the set behind real stride and got held up a little bit in the straight and ended up finishing right at the back of the rights back jogging. So, he's in good form.
Yeah, and Cash and Flow, drawn barrier 1, you'd be happy with that as well?
Yeah, good draw for Cash. He went good enough for Geelong. Credit to the winner who sat outside us and beat us, but I'm sure that run will do him good.
Yeah, he finished 3rd. Has he stayed down there?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, good. And he's still sort of figuring out this horse. You've had him for a few weeks now.
Yeah, he's had a few soundness problems, so he doesn't do a lot on the track. He mostly swims, and I think the more he races, the better he seems to go. So hopefully that run will try and be able to top him off.
Yeah. Tiger Tara, drawn barrier 4. What do you think of that?
Probably a pretty good draw. Obviously, a lot better than being off the back row or out wider. We can sort of work across from there and try and get a handy position and go from there. So Kev said he's come through pretty well from New Zealand, so he should be nice and fresh going into that heat.
Yeah, well, he's pretty impressive in the New Zealand Cup.
Yeah, it was a big run on the Tuesday. I don't think we probably couldn't have asked for any more from him. And then on the Friday, Kev said he sort of put him out on the grass for a few days, and he thinks he might have just sort of filled up on grass a bit. It was probably a little bit of a combination. Such a big run on the Tuesday might have just taken it out of him a little bit as well going into that Friday, and he had to do it pretty tough on Friday as well. So, but no, like I said, he's come through really well, and hopefully we got the best Tiger Tara going into the first heat.
All right, and you've also picked up the drive on Galactic Star in the second heat.
Yeah, which is really good. So for Greg and Sky on there, so that's fantastic. His last 2 runs from his spell have been really good. So he's another good one going into the heats with really good form and not a bad draw for him. He's got a little bit of speed early, so we might be able to get across and get a good little position with him and try and get some points under his belt.